You know, sometimes you keep hearing people say the same thing over and over and again. People keep complaining that life is not fair. Yes, this is what probably you have heard so many times. You know, you hear resellers talking about it. You hear, content creators talking about it. Everybody kind of gets to that point where you can safely conclude that this is not fair. You go to Amazon, it's the same thing. The platform controls how much you can make. They control your visibility. They control whatever you post on the platform. You come to YouTube, it's the same thing. Sometimes you post a video that you feel like this video is supposed to be a video that will perform very, very well. You've done your due diligence. You've checked to see that that topic in question, has a very major, demand. It's not like you are making a video for 2005. This is a video that you see people posting, they get views on that video, but you post yours for one reason or the other, the algorithm doesn't pick it up. And then you post over and over and again the same thing. They keep getting 0 views, 1 view, 2 views. You come to the reselling platforms, pretty much you also see the platforms, setting up some algorithm that you pretty much do not know exactly what is what. The algorithm pretty much controls how much you can earn, controls your visibility, controls what gets shown and what doesn't get shown. Yes, sometimes when we take a look at the input that we put in, the amount of work that we put in, ordinarily you want to say that, look, if you are putting this kind of heavy lifting, you are working day and night, you naturally should be seeing returns. But for some reason or the other, you keep throwing in the input. Some of us do not sleep. Some of you guys, you burning the midnight candle trying to do all you have to do, be it content creation, be it reselling. These are pretty much the two areas you can actually make money. Forget about what people tell you about. Instead that you are making content, you have a monetized account, and the account is bringing you money, and because of that monetization that you have access to what you call it, companies wanting to partner with you, or you have a very major reselling business where you are buying stuff. It could be new items, it could be used, but you are selling it on a platform. All right, a lot of us will put in a lot of effort day and night, throwing in the input, changing stuff, listing stuff, doing the research, trying to be better at our craft. But at some point you realize that the platform itself, doesn't matter what platform now, whatever platform you choose to do your hustle on has got some certain things that are just beyond your control. On YouTube is the algorithm, and it has been so well crafted that at the end of the day, nobody knows what the algorithm wants. On Amazon, it could also be the platform itself, the platform, selling the same product that you have toiled day and night to develop. On eBay, sometimes you list items for a whole week, you realize that for some funny reason, items don't sell. Just 2 weeks ago, a lot of us were complaining. It has just been like this since the beginning of the year. Resellers are trying their best. See, this game of reselling is a difficult task. It takes a lot of effort to actually succeed. You have to buy the inventories, you have to research them, make sure that you are not throwing away your money by buying inventories. And look, it's a major service that we perform to a lot of people. Some people do not have the time to go to the thrift stores to begin to look for items like this. They are just okay with buying it off a platform. All right, a lot of us will go out to the trenches, to toil day and night to get the inventories in, list it on a platform, and then for some funny reason, items don't get seen, items don't sell. A lot of us have actually put in so much effort that we depend on the proceeds of this reselling business to pay our bills. And it's not fun when every month, from nowhere, you just realize that an item that naturally should be selling, for one reason or the other, it doesn't sell. Even when you crash the price, you make the profit so low, it doesn't sell. It is everywhere. You put in a lot of effort, and you get to the point where you realize that, oh, wait a minute, there is a thing called a platform. And sometimes these platforms, they are so hard to understand. Either it's the algorithm or it's just the technical aspect of the platform. You no longer understand what the platform needs, and you are just putting in the input. Sometimes when you are so highly discouraged, you still have to wake up and keep doing what you have to do. This is the effort that it takes to succeed these days on this platform. A few years ago, it wasn't like that. Things were pretty much, open. You make a YouTube video on a particular niche, your video gets shown to people, you enjoy some fairly decent amount of impression. But right now, impressions are so hard to get, especially for the new content creator. And sometimes you even see people making what we call brain rot content that naturally shouldn't see the light of day, but those content are giving an untold amount of impression and kind of messing up with the brains of people, now beginning to question or the whole process. Why is this so? Somebody makes an educative content, doesn't get views. Somebody makes a brain rot content, gets 20 million views, and then you are asking yourself, how is this beneficial to the platform? How is this brain rot content going to bring advertisers? I don't want to believe that advertisers are going to be spending money on some brain rot content. They would rather pitch tent with educative content that adds value, to humanity or to, the kind of product that they sell. These are the kind of questions that we are asking. And at the end of the day, so many things just makes no sense. And when it happens like this, it could be very, very, discouraging. You bring a product to the market, a product that you have seen. Look, a week ago, this product was selling at this particular price, let's say 200 euros, and you are able to source for that same product. Just 3 days later, you list it for about 170 euros. Boom, it just gets hanged, nothing happening. You search for the product, you find it there, but at the end of the day, it's not just selling. You do not know what's going on. Then 5 days later, all of a sudden, you get a rush of orders. This is exactly what happened to me. See, between yesterday and today, I have sold about 7 different hardwares, laptops, desktop PCs. But before now, it was crickets all the way. Well over 3 weeks of full crickets. Nothing was happening, nothing was selling, and I was just like, I understand this game. I understand that it's a platform thing. I'm just going to be patient. The beautiful thing is that I already have this back-end information, but now come to think of a lot of young rookie sellers that have not been opportune to have this information. Now you have a situation where they are working day and night, trying to buy stuff, and they buy stuff, bring it home, list them, and their items don't get shown just for one reason or the other. The bad thing is the platform will never come around to tell you this is what's going on, this is what we are going through. They allow people to actually, put in the work, fight through the moment of discouragement, and at the end of the day, some of them throw in the towel, and some of us still say, you know what, we have no place to go. We're going to wait until the platform corrects itself. And this is pretty much the reason why